am going to share with you guys the 5 things. This list actually can be pretty long, but I'm just gonna keep it to 5. So without further ado, let's get started. One of the first things that I stopped doing, letting my money know where it was supposed to go. And I think, especially when you have children, it's so easy to just be everywhere, be all across the board, just doing whatever. I know where my money is going before it even hits. And since I'm on this debt-free journey, it's definitely going to my student loans as of this moment. But not knowing where your money is going is probably like one of the worst things that you can do. So one of the first things that I did was showing my money where to go. I started to be more strategic with my Starbucks purchases. And a lot of it, I stopped pretty much buying Starbucks. What I do is a lot of times I will do the happy hours. I will also do the Starbucks games or when they have special promotions going. And then another thing that I do, pretty much get my Starbucks for free. And I get it for free because I use an app to like my receipts, upload them, and I redeem a gift card instead of doing like, I think they have like Amazon or like restaurant.com. So because I love Starbucks, I use it for typically Starbucks. And it's really a nice treat. I get like a $5 gift card. Really nice. It is a nice treat when I am able to go. And I definitely appreciate it that much. I appreciate it so much more. When I first started my natural hair journey, I tried every single product that people mentioned, and I want to say 90% of the products didn't work for my hair type, which is really unfortunate because a lot of those products are very, very pricey. Sisters who are on a natural hair journey can probably attest to it, especially when the natural hair journey first started or a lot of people were embarking on it. It was really, really expensive. So that's one of the things that I stopped doing. Definitely was purchasing natural hair products. Beauty products, that was on my list to like use the products that I have, but I am very strategic about the products that I do purchase. There are products that I still do love, but it's more so natural hair products I just stopped buying and stopped being such an impulse buyer when I would see a video or see someone post about a product that they just so love. Because a lot of the products that I use now are actually not even for natural or considered for natural hair. Getting advice from people who are not on a debt-free journey, that's like the worst thing you can do. That's something that I stopped doing. Stop getting advice from people who are not on the same journey as you. It's going to cost you way much more by taking advice for somebody that's not successful at what they are not where you want to be. That's just like taking advice for somebody that has never been married and you want to know what are the keys to a successful marriage. I don't care how much education you have. I have a master's degree. I get it. But if you've never been married, you cannot tell somebody what keys are to being in a successful marriage. It really takes years. It takes wisdom. And even with all of that, every marriage is completely different. So why would you take advice for somebody who is not on journey, who's not on a debt-free journey? So that's something I stopped doing. Stop taking advice from people who are not where you want to be at. And that's something I had to learn. Don't ask for people who are not going to, if they're not on a debt-free journey, they're pretty much probably not going to care about your debt-free journey, and they may not be able to provide you with the best advice. Take whatever they're telling you with a grain of salt. The 4th thing that I stopped doing was stop not planning. You can learn so much from just planning things out, whether it's vacations, whether it is, and I know some people are like, oh my gosh, a vacation, that's a whole different post. But you can learn so much just from planning things out. And I would say my 5th thing is just research. So planning and research just come hand in hand. A lot of times I love the saying, you fail to plan, you plan to fail. There we go. So if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Plan out whatever you have to do. If it's your year, like what are your yearly goals? What is motivating you? Like plan everything out, like where you want to see yourself at a year from now, why you're not there, what steps you need to take to get to that destination. Do you need to work? Do you need to get another job? Do you need to find free trainings? Because a lot of things like people pay for, they're really offered for free. I'm just going to put that out there. But I mean, I know my community, even if it's starting a business, we have like a ton of free business courses and networks. I know everything is not free, and sometimes, you know, you got to take things with a grain of salt, and that's why research is so important. But plan everything out, whether it's a birthday party, whether it's a holiday dinner, whether it's your goals, your debt-free journey goals. Plan everything out, just so when it is time to implement what you have to do, you already have an action plan in place to make that goal a reality. I think just being on this journey, I'm just learning to plan. Whether it's having emergency fund, like plan for stuff, you know, just plan. This video was helpful. I plan on doing another one like this. You guys enjoyed this video, and I'll chat with you in the next one.